Hello, good evening, happy Friday. Welcome to the Trails Radio Show. Thank you for joining us this evening. Today my special guest is Mr. Ron Thompson. Thank you and join us in a minute. Okay, my first question to you is, how did you begin your career? How did you get started in the industry?
Well, I was always interested in acting and performing as a kid, and I saw On the Waterfront when I was about 13 and was completely blown away by Brando and the whole movie, everybody in it, and Kazan's directing, and I decided that that's exactly what I had to do. And I did a lot of plays in school, and when I graduated, I had $200. Now, I have to say this is back in 1960. $200 is a lot more money than it is today.
Sure, yeah.
But it still was not a lot of money. And I went to New York City to be an actor. I didn't know a soul. I was happy as a clam. I was living my life, my dream. Lived in a room about the size of a closet and all. And 2 years later, two different things happened for me. I had met a guy named Ursel Hickey, who was a rockabilly singer. He had a hit record called Bluebirds Over the Mountain, and he took a liking to me, and he got me into the record business. I could sing, and I had a record out, and nothing happened with it, but I did it. And at the very same time, I got a very good role on television. This is back when they had live television, not tape. It was all live. You rehearsed it for a week, and you shot it. Whatever happened, happened. Mm-hmm. And there was a show called Armstrong Circle Theater, and I did two of those shows. There was like not an episodic. It was like a different show every week. And so that's how I really got started.
Yeah, that's how I got started, I started in radio, then I moved to acting, but I started in high school, And,
yeah, but you're out of high school now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had remembered that you had said something about, I had read something about high school. I wasn't sure if you were still in it or were out of it. But that's great, man, yeah.
Thank you. My next question to you is, what is the most difficult part for you, or the most challenging part for you being an actor and being in the industry?
Well, I've played a lot of good roles. I never really looked at them as being challenging. I just, did them. I don't know. I originated a leading role in a play in New York in 69 that won the Pulitzer Prize. It was called No Place to Be Somebody. It's a really good play if you ever get a chance to read it. Mm-hmm. And that was a really good experience. And I've done a lot of TV, and one thing that I'm really proud of is American Pop. You know about American Pop?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, for you people that aren't aware, American Pop was a Ralph Bakshi film, who is known for his animation. But this is a little more than animation. First of all, the script is very realistic, and it's done through a process called rotoscope. We shot the entire movie on a sound stage with costumes and minimal set. That film was edited. Then each frame of the picture, 24 frames per second, was blown up into a picture. And the animator, this is back when we had animators, not computers, traced the actor and then drew the background in. So what you get is not just the actor's voice. You get an exact tracing of that actor's emotional and physical performance. And I played the two leads in it. I played Tony, who is the guy that runs away from home and becomes a songwriter. And he has an illegitimate son, Pete, who becomes a rock star. And I played Pete also. And I'm pretty proud of that. And both of those films have become cult classics and have really kind of changed my life as far as my career goes. The film came out in 1981. At that time, it was not really a big hit, although it was a brilliant movie. And but because of cable and DVDs and internet, it has become a cult classic. And people from all over the world contacted me on Facebook to tell me that they've been looking for me. They understand what rotoscoping is, and they're big fans. And two of them are filmmakers, and they have young filmmakers, and they have written movies for me. One guy, James Dillon, has written a movie that I have out right now. It's called Cargo, and it's a really good little thriller. It's only on right now. It's only on Amazon.com DVD or pay-per-view, and also I think through a process called Indirect, which is connected to all of the cable companies. And pretty soon it'll be on Netflix and all of that. But it's a really good film. You might want to check that out if you. And then another fan of American pop, Joe Black. I just finished a terrific film noir murder mystery for him that should be out this time next year that I'm really proud of.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You're keeping busy. You have to keep busy. If you enjoy it. Yeah. Well,
I had dropped out of the business for about 15 years because it was just, with all the stuff that I had done, it just kind of dried up. The business had changed, and I wasn't getting anything. And so, like around at the end of the 90s, I dropped out totally for about 15 years until I got on Facebook in 2010, and all this happened with American Pop really kind of changed my life, being on Facebook and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, the internet is a great thing, Facebook and,
Oh, yeah. Well, I met you.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you located?
I'm in Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi. Wow. How do you like it there?
I love it. It's I'm located in, the country, in the woods back here, very quiet, not in the big city. And
there was a guy that I grew up with, went to school. I grew up in Miami, and I didn't have a lot of friends and stuff, but he was interested in the same things that I was interested in. We did plays together, and we would go to movies and talk about the movies and all that. And then I left to go to New York. He didn't want to go. He didn't feel he had the courage to do that. And we lost touch. And then on Facebook one time, and I kept trying to find him over the years. And one day I put his name in, and he showed up on an obituary that he had died.
Oh, no.
And, yeah, and this was only about 3 years ago, and he was living in Mississippi. That's where he was born, and he went back to Mississippi, and yeah.
Yeah. My next question to you is, what is your advice to people who want to get into acting, who want to get into the business? Do you have any advice?
Well, uh, the business has changed drastically in the past 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the internet, and people can now, most of the auditions are done what they call self-tape. They send you the script on through the internet, and then you tape yourself. You tape your audition and send it back to them, and people get the chance to audition from Mississippi. They can audition for a part, and it's I don't know. It's very difficult. I mean, I don't know how to really advise anybody except for what I could tell you that I would always say. You know, I find that today there are a lot more people that are in Hollywood looking to be actors than there ever was because of reality shows. They're sitting in their home in Iowa looking at these reality shows, and they say, well, I'm pretty. I can be on TV and be a big star. And they come to Hollywood with no desire to really learn how to act. They think they're just going to make it on their looks. And I auditioned for something recently, and the casting director told me that she had read 600 people for this one part, and only 6 of them could act.
Wow.
Yeah. So my advice is, if you're not really interested in really being an actor, I mean, forget about it. You know, it's possible. I mean, but basically come here and study, take classes, do student films, do little theater in town and stuff, and just learn your craft, learn what you're doing. That's the basic, and and find out if you really have a love for it. Because to be an actor, I've been an actor since 1960. Mm-hmm. Okay, I've made a living at it. I've starred on TV. I've done this and that and the other, but I was never a big star, not yet. But I had a good, respectable career for a number of years and all that. I mean, there's only about 5% of the actors in the Screen Actors Guild that make any kind of living. I mean, any kind of living. I'm talking $20,000 a year, any kind of living in this business. Mm-hmm. And so you got to really. You do it because you love it. You do it because that's all you can do. You cannot live without doing it. And I back when I stopped acting for about 10 years because I was really depressed. Well, it made me even more depressed because I wasn't acting. You know. Mm-hmm. So you really got to examine yourself and see, is this real? Why am I doing this? Am I doing this just to be rich and famous, or I'm doing this because I really want to be an actor? You know. Yeah.
You need to do it because you love it. You know, you have to know what you're getting into, and if you really want to do it, you know, as long as you have the craft for it, you know.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ron, thank you for letting me interview you and hearing about your career and sharing your advice. Thank you very much.
Oh, can I say one more thing?
Sure.
Before you go, people that are in L.A., I'm going to be at, I've never done anything like this before. I'm doing one of these conventions where you have your pictures and you sign them, and it's called Reblicon, I think. It's going to be in Passaic, June 22nd. So if there's anybody listening that's going to be in that area, come and say hello.
Thank you very much, Ron. Thank you.